headed back to the shelter to make improvements. Try to improvise the shelter. I gotta watch my step. Check it out. There's some deer tracks right near my side. Cool thing about my shelter, it's right next to a little babbling brook. I'm back at the shelter here. There were a few improvements made later on, like the bed being pushed in, the tarp being tightened up a little bit. Gotta take a minute and breathe, figure out my plan of attack. I need some pine and fir boughs, and I need to make myself a wall. So I gotta gather some wood, gather some pine boughs. I'm gonna have to gather a lot more, but this is just a little start. Let's put it up on the back. I laid it along the whole back side of the tarp and then gave myself just a little overhang, I don't know, to help with a little bit of the snow or whatnot. Now what I want to do is I want to work on the sidewalls here, because a little bit of birch bark isn't going to really do much. So I'm going to get that going. This can be pretty tedious, or it can be pretty easy. The story of my bushcraft life is that I'm always fighting against the sun in the wintertime. So I'm not going to measure these all out and make it perfect. I'm going to try to actually avoid that for time purposes and see if I can create a little wall with these logs and pieces. You hear the woodpecker? You hear him up there? Okay. Start with the first log. I'm making 2 stakes that I will pound into the ground over there, and that will hold up my wall. Otherwise they'll just roll off of each other. Roll off of each other. Hopefully the ground isn't too frozen. There's the first one here. Hope the ground ain't too frozen, man. Now I'm going to take some paracord and I'm going to tie this. Bam. Like my hammer? Should have made that piece longer. What was I thinking? The piece in the back wasn't long enough. Again, the sun's gonna go down soon, so change of plan. I got one wall done. I'm just filling in the cracks with leaves and debris. It's a very ugly wall, but it is a wall that will work. If I was out here for hours and hours and hours, if I had all sorts of time on my hands, yeah, I'd be way more detailed. But I kind of like the challenge of only having a certain amount of time and working with that. I gotta get a fire going soon. Stuff it all up in there. Not a lot of moss available here, Otherwise, I'd be using more of that. Leaves and sticks, man. Check it out. I got myself an ugly wall. Starting to sprinkle a little bit of snow or rain. Gonna fill in a couple cracks, but definitely it's warmer over on that side. And I have a problem with cold feet, so I chose that side first. It's snowing. I'm almost out of battery here, but this is a great example of how this wouldn't be the absolute best shelter to build if you're in the mountains in the wintertime, because if it snows too hard, if it rains too hard, yeah, you would stay dry, but without a fire, I wouldn't feel too comfortable. But with the fire, it totally serves its purpose, and the heat is also going to reflect from this back wall, and it's going to keep me nice and warm. I mean, I feel comfortable, but it's not my first choice for a shelter. If it started pouring, if it started snowing too much and I was unable to keep a fire going, I would turn this into an A-frame shelter. It'd be a pain in the butt, but I would take the tarp and bring it over, either an A-frame shelter or a quick teepee tarp shelter that I could potentially have a fire in. But I wanted to be able to build a lean-to shelter up here and see how it would do in these conditions. It does pretty decent. I finished up the wall here. I would put the wall on the other side. Right now I have just a big huge thing of birch bark that's helping me out, but I don't feel any breeze, any wind. I'm very, very, very comfortable. I look forward to doing more videos. I look forward to doing a lot. I'm really excited about all the different adventures that I'm going to be going on, all the different projects that I have in mind. So, thank you for watching Boughs Survival. Please like and subscribe.